What's up? It's Cute Control, and I was going to make a video about how I've been digging on this one mod, basically getting 32mm Tech Deck trucks as low as possible, because they're too damn high, and I like how they look when they're low. So my method, if it is really mine, involves just filing the heck out of some base plates, making them super low, filing down the tail of a hanger, right? And then just skating one bushing in the bottom, etc. But unfortunately, I really like these black hangers because they're stock Tech Deck and the paint's really good, but I filed down the tail too low, and I was making a video about how to do it, and then I like fucked up. But I can still fit it over a normal Tech Deck hanger and still achieve the right angle for it to fit in the pivot cup place. So I'm like, well, what if I just like lowered this kingpin somehow, super glued it, just literally got these comically as low as possible. Maybe that would be fun content to watch. I guess I'm gonna try to do that now. I don't know what I'm doing with my time. So I think what I'm going to do is fit a nut on the top. I'd rather use a screw and kingpin, but the ones that I have are too wide, and what's happening, or what happened before, is I made this hole in front too big, and then the angle got all fucked up, and then I shaved the tail down too much, etc. I want it to be just high enough to fit one small tiny O-ring underneath, just to give it a little bit of height so it's not clicking around. Oh my god, that's low. Also, in case you're wondering, this is how I pop kingpins out of things. I use this style wrench, and you just kind of set it up and do that, and now I gotta go find it. So I'm gonna use these really tiny O-rings. So once again, I've sort of fucked up, as in this is still too high, and also there's not enough space for even one bushing down there. Like, it's way too high with one bushing. So I think what I'm going to try to do is mellow out this front thing. I know that I committed to not freaking scraping them down, but I think that is the way, because the whole thing will get low, right? So I shaved the shit out of this thing. I made it super low, and it's still a little bit weird, as in, like, even with pivot cups, if I push the truck the right way, it'll like pop out. So I really want to use these hangers because I like the paint. I ended up shaving down this little portion and also kind of cutting into this hole in this direction just to get the geometry a little bit more precise. But I got the kingpin in the right size, super glued it in. You have the turning that you need and nothing else. This is the height difference roughly when I compare it to the stock versions. They also move forward slightly, which is kind of not a plus because it gives you a little bit less leverage, but I don't know, it's an experiment. What I'm going to do is super glue the pivot cups in, and then maybe even try super gluing the hanger into the pivot cup and then working the material around and seeing if I can get not such a sluggish turn off of it. I just want it to stay in and not do that. Alright, so I guess this is good. Super glued all this stuff together, super glued the bolts on, and I think one of the best things about this type of setup with the tuning of it is that you have this kind of like capped turning that will stop before it hits the board. It looks kind of sluggish when I do that with the pivot cup in there just because of the material, but I don't think actually riding it will be that bad. Yeah, they're just funny. They're super low, and they're really inside. Maybe some of these techniques kind of help you unlock some brain spots if you want some lower trucks and you're working with Tech Deck 32mm. I like this type of turn, and I've just been enjoying like wider trucks recently. And yeah, so thanks for watching. That's that. This was weird. Alright, later.